This lesson is appropriate for second grade, and it's going to be regrouping in base 10. It's a set model, and I'm going to be teaching an addition problem using place value approach with base 10 blocks. So our problem today is there were 275 books in the library. The librarian bought 57 new books. How many books are in the library now? So we had 275 books, and the librarian bought 57 new books. So we want to know our new number of books that we have in the library now. So this is our addition problem. We are going to use our base 10 blocks to help us. So our base 10 blocks, we have a flat, which equals 100 units, a long, which equals 10 units, and a unit, which equals 1 unit. So 10 units equals a long, 10 longs equals a flat. So for our problem, we have 275, so we need 275, so we need 2 flats, 7 longs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 5 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 275. And then the number that we are adding to 275 is 57. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 longs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. So we have 57. So to start our problem, we are going to start in the ones place. So we are going to add 5 plus 7. So we're going to use our blocks to help us. So we are going to take all of our units that we have in the ones place, and we are going to add them together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, 12. So we have 12 units total. So we know if we have 12, we know that we can take, if 10 units equals a long, then we know we can take these 10 units and trade them in for a long. So we still have 12, but one of our 10 units regrouped into one long, which is 10, equals 10. So we have 5 plus 7, so we have 2 units left, and we're going to take the 1 up here to represent our long, which equals 10. So we need to remember that this 1 does not just equal 1, it equals 10, and that's why we put it in the tens place. So now we have 2 units left, and we take our long to put them back up with the rest of our longs in the tens place. So next we are going to add the numbers in our tens place. So we have 1, 7, and 5. So let's count all of our longs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 longs. So we know that 10 longs equals 1 flat, and we have 13 longs, so we can take these 10 longs and trade them in for a flat, which equals 100. So we have 1 flat and 3 longs left over. So we're going to put our 3 down here in the tens place, and we're going to put our 1 up here. And this 1 does not just equal 1, it equals 100, and that's why, since we regrouped our 10 longs into 1 flat, we carry the 1 up here to signal 100. And that's why it's in the hundreds place. So next we are going to add all of our hundreds together, or flats, which is 1, 2, 3. And when we add those, it also equals 3. So we have 332, and we can check with our base 10 blocks. We have 3 flats, which equals 300, 3 longs, which equals 30, and 2 units, which equals 2. So we have our solution to our problem, 275 plus 57 equals 332. So the amount of books that are in the library now is 332, and that's our solution. Alright, so this lesson is appropriate for third grade, and it is going to be regrouping in base 60, and I'm going to be teaching an elapsed problem with a linear model, which is the number line. So let's look at our problem. Sarah eats breakfast at 8:15 a.m. She eats lunch at 12:30 p.m. How much time does she have until lunchtime? So we are going to start with setting up our number line. And our start time is 8:15 a.m. and our end time is 12:30 p.m. And we want to find our elapsed time between 8:15 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., which means that we want to know how much time is between those two times that they give us. So we want to know how much time will pass between 8:15 to 12:30. 8:15 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So first I'm going to mark our 12 o'clock p.m. time. And I'm going to mark this because to show us, it'll help us along the way, and to show us that this is where the time changes from a.m. to p.m. And that is noon time. A lot of people get that confused with midnight, which is actually 12 a.m., but 12 p.m. is noon. So that's the time that changes from a.m. to p.m. So next, I want to go to 9 o'clock a.m. And I'm going to show that that is 45 minutes. And we know that 60 minutes equals 1 hour. And so that's why from 8:15 to 9 a.m., 8:15 a.m. to 9 a.m., it's 45 minutes. Because 15 plus 45 equals 60, and we know that 60 minutes equals an hour. So we have to remember that we are in a base 60, not 100, or base 10. We're in base 60. So next, we're going to go from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., which equals 3 hours. And that's a pretty big jump. But we know that from 9 to 10 is 1 hour, 10 to 11 is another hour, and 11 to 12 is 1 more hour, and that's 3 hours total. So our last jump is from 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. And remember that our a.m. and p.m. changed. So from 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. it is 30 minutes. So now we found our elapsed time from 8:15 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So we want to add together all of our minutes and hours. So first, I'm going to add our 45 minutes and our 30 minutes. So 45 minutes plus 30 minutes, and that equals 75 minutes. Now we know that 60 minutes equals 1 hour, and 75 is greater than 60. So we need to regroup our minutes, and we're going to subtract 60 minutes, and that equals 15 minutes. And since we subtract 60 minutes from 75, we know that that equals 1 hour. So we took out 60 minutes from 75 minutes and regrouped it into another hour. So we have to add this hour to our 3 hours. And since we regrouped out of 60, that's why we had 15 minutes left. And then so we are going to add our 15 minutes to our 3 hours plus 1 hour, and that is going to equal 4 hours and 15 minutes. So our total amount of time from 8:15 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. is 4 hours and 15 minutes. That was our elapsed time. So she has 4 hours and 15 minutes until she eats lunch.